Hello, it's Alex with Anchor Collectibles, and today we are spotlighting a deck list I made for a friend of mine, Steve. Hope you like lizards, because we are looking at Gev Scaled Scorch. Gev is a legendary creature lizard mercenary that cost Rakdos, that's 1 black and 1 red, for 3/2 with fallen abilities. Ward, pay 2 life. Other creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each opponent who lost life this turn. And whenever you cast a lizard spell, Gev Scaled Scorch deals 1 damage to target opponent. You guessed it, this is a lizard deck with ways to increase the damage that our permanents and spells do. But first, the veggies. There isn't a lot of permanent ramp in red and black. We do have rituals, but we want permanents. We have the classics like Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, as well as newcomers, Bender's Waterskin, and Zookeeper Meccan. Not a lizard, but still ramp. Oh, and it can pump up our creatures later in the game, though that ability is a bit pricey. For card advantage, we mostly have draw effects with Obnixilis, the Adversary, and Black Market Connections, as well as Impulse Draw with Fireglass Mentor and Gila Courser, and Graveyard Incursion with Grave Shifter. Oh, and we do steal our opponent's cards with Jasper Flint and Mindclaw Shaman via Shino were errata to be lizards back in June of 2024 with the release of Modern Horizons 3. Our disruption is in the form of damage, destruction, and a lot of pain with Bedevil and Terminate, as well as Death Touch creatures like Venomous Changeling, who also triggers Gev because it is a Changeling, and Dagger Caster, who can take care of one opponent's token strategy, as long as they're only 1/1 creatures. Our mass disruption, we have Blasphemous Act, which we'll mention later, Bonfire of the Damned, as well as my favorite board wipe, Toxic Deluge, because it gets past indestructible. The deck is built around lizards and what Gev does. We cast a lot of lizard spells and deal 1 damage to target opponent. At least it would normally be 1 damage. But we have cards to amplify that damage, as well as all the damage of our permanents and spells that we have. This is a lizard damage amplification deck. Valley Flamecaller adds an additional damage to Gev's ability, and Agate Instigator deals damage to all opponents whenever any creature enters. And it can come in with a little offspring by paying an additional 1 and a red. Hearthborn Battler is here to disincentivize our opponents from casting multiple spells, and Thoughtstalker Warlock allows us to remove a card from our opponent's hand. And we have those damage multipliers. Sulfum doubles non-combat damage. Fiery Emancipation triples all damage from our sources we control, and Dictate of the Twin Gods doubles damage as well. With enough of these on the field, we'll be dealing way more than 1 damage with each Gev trigger. Our path to victory is direct damage to our opponents through Gev and his lizard friends, doubling the damage with our damage levelers, and keeping the board clear with destruction of permanents through direct spells or through targeted damage. Oh, and if our opponents end up with a lot of creatures, Rakdos Charm will handle them very nicely. There is one way to take out a couple opponents, if not the whole table, as long as they have 1 creature. Have Repercussion on the field, and with 1 or 2 damage doublers, cast Blasphemous Act. You won't be dealing 13 damage to each creature, you'll be dealing double or triple that damage, or more. Then that damage is redirected to the creature's controller with Repercussion, which will again be doubled or tripled. So with 1 creature on their field and 1 doubler, that initial 13 damage goes to 26 to the creature, then to 52 to the player. But be careful, because Repercussion does not discriminate. That's Gev Scaled Scorcher at the helm of Lizard, a deck that will multiply the damage of your cards to burn your opponents to ash, if you can survive that long. Let me know what you think of the deck in the comments below and how you would change the deck. Comment what commander you want to see me build in Spotlight. Check out the description for a link to our other Commander Spotlight videos, as well as product overviews and openings. Best of luck with your pulls, best of luck with your games, and have a good one.